Today we're discussing how you can make your text analytics programs actionable and exploring the crucial balance that's needed between human and AI for optimal success. Our expertise lies in text analytics practice. We educate clients on best practice and help them leverage our Confirmit Genius technology, which uses machine learning and natural language processing algorithms to build out actionable text analytics programs. Structured data is easy to organize and it fits neatly into spreadsheets and tables. Unstructured data can be much more complex and be sorted within open-ended survey responses inside business systems and scattered across the internet. If we think about all the touch points in channels in which text data exists, the list can be huge. It can either be solicited, like survey verbatim, or unsolicited, like contact center, or it could be voice recordings, or even social media mentions. There are both solicited and unsolicited sources of insight that can make an enormous difference in a competitive market. The two key ingredients of text and analytics and categorization are categorization and sentiment. Categorization is a grouping of your topics into a framework that is actionable to your business or your business effort. Sentiment, on the other hand, assigns a temperature or emotion score to a person's text or speech. Let me just see if I can show that by example. Let's look at this comment where a customer has tried to place an order using an offer code on the website and it hasn't worked, forcing that customer to call the contact center where an agent has tried to help. Good text analytics software categorizes specific topics within a comment. In this example, such as order, website, and staff, and also be able to give a sentiment score overall on the entire comment or statement. More importantly, it should also be able to parse out the topics within the comment and assign sentiment to each of those. So assigning a sentiment to each of the categories here. For example, in this one, we've got ordering, we've got website, but we've also got one for staff. Identifying patterns and topics in your data, it can be tricky. And to do this effectively, you're going to need a categorization model. We're seeing lots of analytics solutions using AI technologies, and it's great that we will hopefully be moving further away from the days where a human or humans are combing through all their data manually. It's very important to understand that while AI and automation indeed help speed up text analytics, the human element is still necessary in order to make those insights accurate and actionable. They truly are the way to aligning to your business or to your specific business objectives. For an example here, so to give you an idea of how much processes can be improved by using technology, one of our clients, Bupa, have been able to go from a very manual approach in which they were only able to review a small subset of their customer comments to a more automated approach where they were able to capture and analyze 90% of their customer verbatims.
All right, let's dig in a little bit to the AI versus human. Here you can see a top-level comparison between AI, which is automated, and a rule-based approach to text analytics that involves Boolean logic, and it's the human part of things. One or more of these things can be used to build a categorization model, and there are advantages and disadvantages to each. AI, as you might expect, saves time and may identify previously unknown topics, but alone it doesn't know your business, and it tends to have low precision and recall. In addition, AI doesn't know how to align those results to exactly what you need. Human rule-based approaches may be more precise and targeted and aligned to the business, but it definitely takes more time. And there's also a risk of overfitting to the data. In addition, humans may miss some important topics that AI can only identify. So we recommend the best of both worlds. A third option, the hybrid approach. This provides the best of the AI and the human and combines the fast and insightful AI to uncover the topics along with the precision of a human. Here's an example. On the left, you can see topics that have been automatically carved out by AI, very automatically. It's very helpful for exploring the data and finding out what's in it. But on the right, you can see how a human can then reorganize and fine-tune those topics to align to the goals. So the AI alone is not actionable, right? It doesn't align to your business. So by having a human involved, it ensures that the insights are easiest to actually activate. AI in text analytics, it can be used across all phases of a project. So at the beginning, to do data discovery on the topics, throughout the entire project to help design an actionable framework, and finally to maintain the model as a living and breathing analysis. Here we see an emotions categorization, which may be critical to understand how customers or employees feel about any aspect of their experience with your business. And in this example, we have an insurance provider that's monitoring emotions at each stage of a customer journey. So at a glance, you can see that one of the things in column 4 is a big orange blob that represents that nearly half, 47%, are actually confused during the claims process. They're expressing confusion. So with just a few clicks, we can find out why. Furthermore, emotions are really central to customer loyalty. There's a lot of research that's been done on this. So if customers are experiencing confusion or anger, this could be a key indicator of churn or of lost revenues in the future. So using an emotions model as your lens across everything else, you have immediate insight into what's going right and what's going wrong in your business as perceived by those who actually pay the bills. And on with the checklist for your text analytics success. Number 1, don't reinvent the wheel, right? Read up on text analytics, know it, and rely on subject matter experts. Start small and scale up. This applies to any analytics project. Make sure your solution is flexible and scalable. You don't need to eat the whole burrito at once. Try starting with one model and one data source and add more data in. Many of our clients feel overwhelmed at first, but this quickly turns to excitement upon learning a little bit more about the process and what's involved. So by taking a phased approach with their program, it becomes much more manageable. And remember, hard lessons are expensive. Do your due diligence. That's with your business. We understand that silos exist. So make sure you understand what your stakeholders will need to make decisions and improvements in detail. What business questions are they trying to solve? Ask about what the pain points are, mostly retention or acquisition, education, cost reduction. Always keep in mind your long-term plans for your text analytics program and work to know your business well beyond how you understand it today. Make sure you also enforce any business rules that you have and keep in mind what AI can and cannot do. Draft a framework and run it by your stakeholders. Think of a model framework as the file cabinet with drawers and folders that hold the comments in a way that aligns to the way your business needs to see them and to make decisions. You can have more than one framework or more than one model per data source, according to what various people in your business need. So there may be multiple ways to look at the results. Here we see 3 very brief examples. The first one on the left is an operational alignment. There's a person at the helm for each one of these categories here: dining, product, communications. And then you can continue to break things down into file cabinet drawers and folders. In the middle, we have a strategic look. This is if we have a strategic plan that we need to track, where there may be some initiatives for retention or targeting, innovation, etc. And on the right is another look. This is at the customer journey level, which is very common today. Here we can see there are different journey points, maybe onboarding or claims or renewals, and that we reorganize the data according to those needs so that we can track the customer journey success. These are only 3 examples. It all should be based upon your business. So for example, we had recently a large energy company we work with that decided they really liked the operational model because it was very accountable. There was somebody behind every one of those categories. But since they were also focused on the customer journey and improving the customer journey, they also needed to see a customer journey framework too. Number 4, make the most of your AI topic extraction. So make the most of that AI. Don't leave it there. Try letting it go solo first to explore that data. You may need to do that a couple times and change the settings here and again. And then when you're ready, you can guide it by telling it what topics or concepts to build around. You already know some things about the business, so why not tell it in advance? And either way, at the end of this, you're going to need to refine the results afterwards. That's where the human comes in. So you can indeed categorize without AI, but it does take more time, and it may be missing very important additional insight that only the AI can provide.
Okay, so number 5, audit and test. If you don't do this, you're going to get more unexpected surprises in the future. Try to remember to always analyze any unstructured buckets, so any unstructured data. And also just remember to meet again with those stakeholders after results and be ready to tweak and review. Reporting and action. So text analytics can do the same things that quantitative analysis can do, but unstructured data I find is much richer. Don't paint yourself into a corner. Keep focusing on your business questions. Use available metadata to make insights even more actionable, and then try and think beyond one dimension. If we sort of take a look at this example here, we can see different channels show different results when using the question ease of doing business. So from the table that we're looking at, the responses are from agent, IVR, web, and mobile engagement. And we can see from the results in the IVR, in this case, it has the highest portion of negative sentiment. You need to understand the why behind the what. And remember that text analytics may be used for things like alerting on changes, for tactical actions, or for those strategic actions. Number 7, maintain and update regularly. Okay, so text analytics needs to be a living, breathing project. It's not a one and done proposition. Keep it relevant. Okay, remember to look ahead, not backwards. For surveys, open ends should encourage the storytelling and be neutrally worded. Use text analytics to stay ahead of changes in your market, your company, leadership, and anything else that will impact your business.
Thank you, and we hope this presentation will help you ensure a successful and actionable text analytics program. We look forward to your questions.